Yeah. Mirror syllables against penmanship that requires a syllabus. Haven't seen a death wish this visual from an individual. This criminally underwhelming fellow rhymes with no pivotal moment. Line shift nothing but haze if even that. While I split the positional environments to disrupt the Wilson cycle mentally before deciding to utilize the potent momentum of my furcated lores. This clickbait diss was an inflated bluff, now deflected and deflated. Liquidate his weaponized plastic pen, then command him to create a solid narrative. Not this easy to devastate as a man. Take claims to be best negated. Have lyrical complexity that already predates it. To placate that, I'll write future perplexing examples more ample than this, while one lividly experiences the reality. Decided to write on this terrain, thinking the diss would shake things up through low levels of development. Await the day of his pupae. Write in my scientific journal that the insect I'm studying has taken another step to evolve the scape of life, despite the tedious rate of growth. I suppose an update is an update. Checkmate again. Could draw a queen 8 right in from in and ask him what part is the 3D Hydra shit can make. This first demonstration of lyrically superiority is a rebate. After this, we can debate later. Bones scattered and thrown in a random station with freight as a random donation. Of course, his soul is lifting up during an elated embarkment, arriving to the gates with an expeditious gait, while I lurk on this planet awaiting the day that the 8 and ablated cells remake a new structure. Ironically intelligent enough to produce another prated display of this magnitude to prove that he was fundamentally calibrated by fixed limitations. Despite the clean slate, big mistake materializing to realize death during the first fight. Rotate his eyes 180 degrees permanently while they still attach to him and inquire how much light is shed in his insight. This loser's pen's presidential peddling poor politics to feed him, then politely admit that his pen pilots petty propagations perpetually align disguised rhymes, then will eventually send him off to antagonize lighter opponents that I design myself for a more accurate match, while analyzing the components from his progression. Displace him to be thrown off of a cliff for stray cattle to eat adjacent to a trough during the most luminous point of the sun's rays. In introspection thought he was going off, but in reality of the verse he simply fell off. Stargaze at this toll gate, forced to acclimate how encapsulate a vivid imagination exponentially enhanced in that same room, instantaneously allocating other works to disperse, aggravated that it hasn't reached 1% and still demonstrate, demarcating the level of forms that I let hibernate. Candid enough to leave no implications unless it regards my quintuple entendres that are inscribed quintessentially in my lyrics. That's impossible to duplicate. Right in isolation, tedious scene of acting as the best. That impression is analogous as having to tabulate, supplicate for a retreat of opponents that I permit to annotate my writings that I eventually notate as an alternate option to comprehend it enough with the intolerant fabrication. His imagination is digitized bloviation, now translated infinite Tsukuyomi. This